Wait, what? Why are there Baofengs on the desk? Wait a minute. Did somebody out Baofeng the Feng? Maybe. All right, welcome back. Just wanted to go ahead and jump into something here real quick. We all have seen the Venerable Feng. Baofeng. It's been named about 47 different things. Pofeng. But this was a radio that got a lot of people into ham radio. Mine's dead. This thing has been around forever. There's a screw stuck to it. That's fun. But it's been around forever. They're built like a tank. You can beat on them. They're cheap. Just good all-around radio. This guy here is a unicorn. Also dead. A lot of people don't have this radio. This one is the let's see. Who are you? I think it's the FT3. Not FT3. UV3. FT3. Wrong company. So, could anybody outfeng the Feng? I say maybe. And we're going to take a look at it today. Unsponsored video. Purchased these out of my own pocket. Just like everything on this channel. Because nobody sponsors me. Nobody from China. Hello, Retevis. So, what we're going to be looking at today, let's get you guys pulled up here just a little bit further so you can see everything. It's like I can see everything. There we go. That's better. So what we're looking at is the Retevis RT85. This guy right here. Now, Retevis puts out a lot of different radios. This one is actually one that is kind of geared toward a first-time user. Somebody who's just getting into the hobby, needs a radio on a fairly reasonably priced budget. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. I'll show you what's in it. I know. I normally don't do unboxings, but hey, look, it's a box. Pop this guy open. Ooh, manual. Retevis User's Manual. Analog two-way radio. Hey, look, somebody else is talking. Anyway, the manual actually is not horrendous on this. It doesn't give you a ton of information, but it does detail out all the menu items, which I do like, and it gives you an idea what they are there for. So, one more time, if you guys want to look through these, here you go. Slow scroll, slow scroll, slow scroll, slow scroll. And good enough. You guys can freeze frame it if you want to. Even as a graphical version for those that like pictures. More information here. Detailed functions. CT, CSS tone frequencies. DCS codes. various other functions. If you guys get one, take a look at the manual. It's not big. It's a whopping 16 pages, including the warranty on the back, which actually is not bad. I like to see that, but one manual. Warnings. Danger, Will Robinson. We don't need those. All right. You get a battery. I'm going to slide this out of the way. Now, we're not going to pull a Rubicon here, but I am going to use a chopstick. One battery. One antenna, wrapped for your protection. One radio, also wrapped for your protection. One belt clip. One hangy dangly. Yes, I call it that. Deal with it. It's a lanyard. We get it. And last but not least, stand charger. So this is drop-in. So we're going to go ahead and move these guys over. We're going to move that over. We all know what we're here for. Get this out of the bag. Put the bag over there. Antenna. Out of the bag. Bag goes over there. Battery. Out of the bag. Bag goes over there. Now on the battery, there is no spot to plug in for USB charging. So you are going to be relying on the stand. This is a 7 point, they call it 7.4 volt, 1400 milliamp. Sure. We'll say okay on that. And here's the radio. Let's start on the backside first. You have your model number, voltage DC 7.4 volt. You have your FCC ID, and it is showing for the RT85, serial number, and place of origin. And just because I know you guys like this, ready? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh. Plastic. Antenna. Actually shows the frequency range in the bottom of the antenna. Kind of nice. And it is an SMA male antenna. So it is compatible with a lot of the other antennas on the market that are for your major manufacturers. And go ahead and make sure that everything lines up the way it should. This is nice and tight when you put it on there, so it gives you a little bit of resistance when you screw the antenna on. There we go. And let's go ahead and random little sticker down here in the corner. So on this radio, lay the battery in place, push down, slide forward. There's a little latch on the bottom here to release the battery. So let's turn this on for the first time. And I am going to drop the brightness down here just a little bit. So we can see. Timeout on this thing is horrendous. It's a couple seconds. So that's going to be one thing we're going to change right off the bat. Or we'll just leave it off. Because you can see this. So let's go in the menu. Let me change the backlight real quick so we can have it where we can see this. Okay. So you do have a light up keypad, which is nice. Which some of your budget handhelds won't have that. They'll just have regular, just white keys. This is actually going to be super simple. Let's go into the menu. I'm going to just scroll through the menu here real quick. Let's see. I hate to say it, I'm going to need that backlight on because I cannot see it in my light here. Okay, got the lighting situation fixed a bit. So as we go through here, so let's go up to, no, we don't want to do that.
Display set.
So that'll allow you to, in the software to program this radio, you can set a display message.
Voice.
Voice, which is kind of annoying, but we're going to leave her on for now.
Key lock.
You can have this radio automatically lock the keys.
Scan mode.
Different scan modes, carrier release, or timeout.
Receive set.
That's battery saving.
Program beep.
Roger beep, the most hated thing ever on ham radio.
Box set.
Vox, it's a handheld, don't use it.
Busy lock. TOT.
Timeout timer.
ID. Beep.
Beep.
Enter. Enter. Set.
There's the light.
Enter. 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 Enter.
That is actually a lot darker than it looks on screen.
Enter. Enter. Beep. Set.
Go there.
Set. Enter.
LED is...
Enter.
That's actually the LED that's up here. It's not the screen. Or is it? I'll eat my words. That is the screen.
Menu. Set. Mode. Set.
Dual watch. They call it dual weight. It's dual watch. It does not dual receive, but it will watch two different frequencies at the same time.
Menu. Mode. Set. Squelch. Level.
Your squelch.
Power.
Power
Enter.
is high, low, medium.
Enter. Vox. Level.
Vox again. Don't use it on an HT. Unless you find a real need for it, but
Set.
I won't condone using Vox on an HT.
Enter. Enter. Scan.
You have a scan function.
Set.
Display
Enter.
name. You can actually set your
Escape.
display name on there for your channels, which is kind of cool. You can actually program your channel name from the radio itself. You don't need to use the software.
Menu. Set. Set.
Radio version.
Set.
Reset.
Set.
Dual watch.
Display mode.
Display mode will do frequency,
Enter.
memory number, channel. MR is the memory name, the name that you put on it.
Enter. Lock mode. Scrambler.
Scrambler, again, don't use it.
Scan. DCS.
You can scan for your tones, which is nice.
Scan. CTCSS. Band.
Narrow and wide modulation.
Auto. Escape 16.
Oops.
Menu. Escape menu. Auto. Shift down. Auto. Escape. Menu.
Back in here.
Auto. Shift down. Encode.
That's your tone encode.
Decode.
Your receive decode.
Code. Decode. Encode. Decode. Code. Shift.
Your offsets.
Voltage.
Voltage of the battery. It says 7.7 volts, but it says it's got 2 bars. I think these take a little bit to discern where the voltage is on the battery.
Menu. Voltage. Display. Set.
Open message.
Enter.
You can have it do your voltage. So like this gave the startup message. That one there.
Menu. Scan. Set. House. Mode. Set. IT. Bit. Pro. Scan. Key. Voice. Display. Set. Volt. Display. Code. Voltage.
Right
Display.
there.
Set. Enter. Enter. Escape.
See? Shows your voltage when it comes up.
Menu. Scan. Set. Display. Lock. Scrambler. Scan. Band. Auto. Shift. Encode. Decode. Code. Display. Voltage. Display. Set. Voice.
We're back to voice.
Key. Lock.
So
Enter.
menu-wise, it's pretty
Escape.
simple.
1, 6, 2, 4, 5, 0.
Oops.
Escape. 1. Escape.
Of course, you have your regular radio. And then as far as your VFO and memory channels, you have that capability to go ahead and toggle between them, of course. It's just a matter of going through, getting your memories programmed. Let's switch over to VFO.
Escape. 0. Escape. ID. Escape.
That is one thing about this radio. It is a pain to get into your VFO. It's right here, but it doesn't say that.
1, 6, 2, 4, 5, 0.
And by default, it is locked to the ham bands. So this is why I say this is a great first radio for someone. If you try to go outside,
1, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0. Escape.
you try to go outside the
Minus.
band,
Plus. Minus. Plus.
it
Minus.
locks you inside the bands. So you don't have the capability of getting outside of those bands or really, risking the transmission of outside the bands.
1, 4, 4,
Let's see.
3, 9, 0.
This is actually the APRS frequency. So we'll be hearing some of those transmissions come
Menu.
across. Let's go ahead and get to
Mode.
squelch.
Power. Squelch. Enter.
Squelch on 5 is a little on
Enter.
the high side,
Escape.
for my area anyway. So with this radio, let's program in a frequency, 146520. Okay, I had to do a little research on this one. This one is an oddball to store. So we're going to go back to our 14652. We're going to press and hold the F key. And then to store it, you have to hit the pound key. Hey, look, we're in 14652. And 0 VFI testing. See if anybody heard that. I highly doubt it. I doubt that I'll get anybody coming back. 5.2 in my local area is not extraordinarily busy. But of course, you can store your different channels. It does have a standard Kenwood style connector for programming. The multi-use cable that they sell on Amazon works great for this. It has different interchangeable plugs to go ahead and program this. On the other side, you have two buttons. You have a top button. Oh, look. It Baofengs. It Baofengs. It Fengs. And then we have down at the bottom, you have a squelch button that will actually defeat your squelch. And of course, your PTT. So, honestly, does it Feng? I would say yeah. Yeah, it does. So you can go ahead and use this as a new person's radio. I will say this. They are unlockable to go to other frequencies. In the software, it's unlockable. I have another one right here. I'll set this guy off to the side. And then what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead. This one still has a peel on the sticker or on the screen. Let's go to the light on this one. There we go. Make it a little easier to see. And in this one, I have all kinds of different things programmed in. Let's go to...
This service originates from the La Crosse, Wisconsin National Weather Service office with the transmitter on the KINT television tower near St. Edgar, Iowa. The current time is 8:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8 p.m.
Volume-wise, this thing gets loud. This entire area is the speaker, and
the wind was northwest at 15 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.74 inches and rising. At Austin, rain was falling. The temperature was...
The output audio is actually really good. I've had good audio reports on this one. I've used this for a little while. I've got a couple of them. But nice thing about these, they're easy to go ahead and once you have a programming saved through Chirp, thankfully it's Chirp programmable, they're easy to go ahead and reprogram for each one. You just plug it in, hit the button, plug it in, hit the button. So if you have a club that wants to get radios in the hands of new members or new hams, this would be actually really good for that. You could bulk program up a bunch of these, have them available for new hams to go ahead and get their feet wet. Or if you want to have something that you're having, like something at field day, if you have a bunch of people that are in a larger area at field day, you can have a bunch of these that you could hand out and say, here, go ahead and use this for the time being. So they're not a bad little radio. I've had this one in particular for probably 6 months. It's had a little bit of a gravity introduction, which means it fell out of my truck onto the concrete, and I see absolutely no markings from it. There's nothing that shows as a ding on it. This is actually just some adhesive. I had a sticker on the back of this one. But that's just adhesive residue. Let me clean that off. The belt clip does attach with screws, and it clips onto the battery, not onto the radio itself. I do have the lanyard on this one. When it's receiving, it does have a green light. When it's transmitting, it does have a red light. The light is very bright on these, So if you want a little flashlight to go with, as you're using your radio, it's a Baofeng thing. And apparently a lot of the Chinese manufacturers have adopted that. So not a bad thing. It's just a thing. So let's go one real quick item there. We'll do this.
Plus, minus.
And 0 VFI testing. A little more volume there. And 0 VFI test. And 0 VFI clear. So that's the transmit audio coming through from the other one over there into this one here. Like I said, I just wanted to go ahead and kind of showcase this little guy. It's been a great radio. They are built like a tank. I mean, the plastic is not cheap feeling. It's very robust. I've had it out in the truck. I've had it banging around the cup holders. It's fallen out of the truck. It's been out, all over the place with me and it's held up. So I would have no reservations recommending it to a new ham. And my question is, will it FENG? Is it better than the original Baofengs? Absolutely. Hands down. Easier to go through the menus. The menus make sense. Display's better. Keypad's nice. Audio is great. Durable. And it uses a standardized antenna instead of the reverse. So, by all means, if you know somebody who's a new ham, pick up a set of these. You can get them in 2-packs or singles. And definitely well worth it, especially with the desk charger. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. I don't do a lot of reviews, but this is one I just thought I would go ahead and put out there for you guys to take a peek at. And if you found anything entertaining, educational, otherwise, feel free to subscribe. Throw me a comment down below. If you have any questions, that's what that's for too. And again, thanks for watching. 7-3.
014.2550 megahertz USB